We're in the middle of June. I am very thankful for every opportunity to be here, and I'm here just for you. It's Joy News Interactive, and as always, we'll be sharing your views on what's happening in Ghana and around the world. You are on Joy News channel on Multi-TV. We're also on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144. My name is Miss G. I am the Entertainment General. So let's get talking. Now, the principal of the Tepa Nursing and Midwifery Training College and two others have been invited by the Bureau of National Investigation over financial malfeasance. Now, investigations have uncovered irregularities in admission and financial transactions at the college. It is sad, especially when we hear of issues of embezzlement and misappropriation of funds in state institutions. How do we prevent these from happening? Is naming and shaming the way to go? We posted this on Facebook and we are about to reading your comments. But we'll take a quick break now. When we are back, I'll definitely read your comments live here on Joy News Interactive. Please stay. Welcome back from the break, and before we took the break, we told you a story about the Tepa Nursing and Midwifery School and all the financial malfeasance that is going on there. They have been investigated or invited by the Bureau of National Investigation. We're asking, how do we stop things like this? Do you think that naming and shaming is the way to go? Let's see how you'll be reacting to the story. And you see, Wahab says, continuous students fighting for allowance, which has become problematic, and you guys are there charging unauthorized fees to tarnish the image of the government because of your personal interest. Nana must fire them, and they steal indirectly from us. Get your hair styled, and our mothers have to cover their heads with hair gears before we can step out, or they can step out. Thieves. And Daniel says this act has been happening everywhere, and so it needs to be looked at. If it's true, the law must have its way. And Prince Nuruddin Bawumia says protecting public purse should be our concern. Therefore, appropriate sanctions should be given to those who embezzled or misappropriate taxpayers' money. But let's wait for the outcome of the investigation by the BNI. And this is a perverse practice by almost all the nursing and midwifery training schools across the country. And I think it's time students brave up and report such actions by the greedy authorities in the wake of this reportage. It's so appalling. And Damango says, if what I heard on the media is true, then the principal and her crew must be dealt with drastically to serve as a deterrent to others. It will also serve the country good if the government can conduct a thorough monitoring in all the nursing schools across the country. And Kojo Bene says, money is a remedy for shame. Arrest them, claim back the money, terminate their work license or certificate, and prosecute them. And naming and shaming is just one of the ways of curbing corruption, misappropriation, and misuse of public funds. I think the fight against these acts should not end at naming and shaming, but corporates should be made to refund such state funds with interest and also be sentenced to imprisonment with hard labor. This will make it unattractive to other people. And Kojo Ajay General says, I suggest every transaction should be done at the bank than to pay by cash. There should be a software for all the nursing teachers training and other institutions in Ghana, so that all payments made go straight to the head office of the various institutions. And Ampamfo says, this is going on in most of the nursing training schools in Ghana, not only Tepa, NTC, or nursing training school or college. Sometimes semester fees some students pay is too much. Some principals even go to the extent of taking 10 bags of cement attached to the admission fee as if it's a PhD they are pursuing. Sometimes we only talk about the police service, but some people in higher office are the most corrupt than the police. And instead of you to raise the image of the government high, you're rather tarnishing. And Wahab says like a personal interest. And James says, listening to radio comments, the principle is wicked. And those are reactions from you on our Facebook page. Join News on TV on the situation at the Tepa Midwifery College or Nursing and Midwifery College. Earlier this year, the Akufo-Addo government abolished the import duty taxes on spare parts, leading to various reactions from Ghanaians, especially those who deal directly in the business. Now, Parliament has approved a bill that will allow the removal of import duty on vehicular spare parts. The minority, however, is concerned that this will only benefit spare part importers and not the ordinary citizen or the ordinary Ghanaian. Share with us your thoughts on this. Let's hear what you think, and let's check out that story and what you've been posting on our Facebook page, Joy News on TV. Wheezy Ekpa says, remove duty component of taxes. For your information, spare parts dealers have claimed publicly that they financed the MPP campaign with the agreement that the duties will be waived on their business. So some of us here who do not even own bicycles are in jubilation. Who fixes prices of spare parts in Ghana? This small tax waiver is money which should have been used to remove schools and the trees instead of giving us payback to financiers chai. And I don't know where you got your facts from. And Daniel says, if these charges are removed, it will trickle down to reduce fares and ensure good maintenance of our trotro cars. And the minority forgets that people are the nation. Clearly, they haven't learned anything after losing power. They were in power and forgot the human infrastructure. My advice to them, develop the people and the people will develop the nation. Raul says, I totally agree with the minority because the ordinary Ghanaian hardly imports spare parts goods. So it should be cut across to benefit everyone. Daniel says, I think the minority don't know how to decentralize calculations. A group of spare part dealers in Abosokai have accused certain leaders of Abosokai Spare Part Dealers Association of being compromised by governments. The group's leader, Mr. Kwabna, somewhat chastised some of their leaders of being in bed with the party, but I'm not sure where you got this from. And Adams, after reading the full story, can't stop laughing. 419 import selective duties. Not all import duties. Hey, Johnny, you can do propaganda pow. Well, that's the story out there. And Stephen says it is good for approving that bill, but they should be vigilant of importing inferior spare parts into the country. And don't come and throw dust in the eyes of people, okay? The bill will not only benefit spare part dealers, but will also benefit ordinary Ghanaians because spare part dealers do sell in addition to the import duty they always pay, or they sell in accordance, maybe that's what you want to say. And so if it's scrapped, I think they would also reduce the price of the goods. And really, I am okay with it, but what about the others who also voted for the MPP because of the promises they made? No wonder politicians are thieves. And minority will prank mischief. Prince Udin Baumia says, and Matthias Amwako says, where from these spare part dealers? Are they Nigerians or Togolese? You're asking. And Donko says, poor drainage work as Jane Ayo near American House, affecting residents, urban roads, Adenta fix it. And that's a message to the Adenta Urban Roads Authority. And I hear the place is called Jane Ayo. And that is true. My honorable save us from this. And yes, it's true, says Idris Husseini. So comment once more from you on our Facebook page on the reduction of spare parts levies. Now, there has been a misreaction on the introduction of the mandatory road safety fee. In the latest, the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, have criticized Parliament for the legislation, adding that the legislators have become a rubber stamp and pass everything that comes before them. This law is expected to begin on the 1st of July to help in the implementation of the nationwide towing service to clear abandoned vehicles on the Ghanaian roads or on the Ghana roads, and some Ghanaians are not pleased with the decision. Do you agree with this new law that says that whether or not you drive, you need to pay a levy? And I'm totally against this law. I prefer a private company doing the towing service. Ghana is full of old vehicles, so clearly the government would be rich soon. Mid-year, not really. My question is, how would the fund be managed? It shouldn't land in someone's pocket. And the law, even though is good, it shouldn't be made compulsory for everyone, because not all cars will get spoiled on the road. And Virginia says, I totally disagree with the new law, totally disagree with it, the highest order. And I fully agree with the new law. This law would assist minimize congested leftover vehicles on the roads to curb the haphazard road accidents. If the law is implemented, owners of abandoned vehicles on the road will be known and actions will be taken by the authorities. And our roads, our safety should be a vital concern, because life is precious. So some of you are willing to pay that toll, others are not impressed about that. Now, on Wednesday, we received some visitors from the United States. These visitors are not strangers, but our own, who went to seek greener pastures in a foreign land. The 75 Ghanaian illegal immigrants who were deported from the United States of America arrived in Ghana yesterday in handcuffs. We were also trying to understand why some people leave the country to go seek greener pastures the other day. But today, let's twist the conversation a bit. What motivates you to stay in Ghana and not travel elsewhere to seek greener pastures? Let's see what you've been saying. And Good Day says, I will keep blaming the poor governmental system here. Our leaders mismanaging our resources will not motivate me to remain here, and our leaders are there at the cost of all this. And nothing motivates me to stay in Ghana. It's just that I have no choice. That's why I stay here. Our policymakers do not help us at all. We have everything to keep this country moving, but why? And Daniel says, in fact, Trump is working for his country's survival. Our leaders must also be on the path to making our country a great one to avoid such disgrace. Ghana is peaceful. Besides, if you're lazy, you can hit big time. Only invest in smart businesses. That's all. In business, that's all. And what can we do to make our country the ground of many opportunities? People are treated like hard criminals in an airplane. Can we say God bless Ghana and curse America? Our leaders must bow their heads in shame. All past presidents must be ashamed, and their governance was a total waste of time. It's better living in your country peacefully, even if you own nothing, than to be treated like a hard criminal on your repatriation day from another country. And Ghana is my motherland, so no matter where I go, I still have families here but I have to return to, I therefore have no option than to stay here in Ghana, be a citizen and not a spectator, and play my own role in contributing to the development of my motherland, so as to make it better and attractive to my children, or for my children and the future generation. You can never get the best treatment anywhere other than your own home, and nothing motivates me to remain in Ghana. I just passed through the right procedure for my journey, that's all. But since they thought it was an opportunity for them to escape their struggles here without doing the right thing, they are welcome home. They forget there is no short way to heaven. And Ukai Anor says there's peace in Ghana, unlike some of the countries you watch your shoulders 24/7. I'm always elated to see my elegant Ghanaian ladies in town. Henry Bestman says they are welcome. Now, Ghanaian rapper Sarkodie seems to be in trouble. Now, a group calling itself Krobo Heritage and Advocacy have threatened to sue him over a section of the song, which is titled Jennifer Lomote. He featured in that song is a Kel's song, and a line in the song translates, a noble Krobo lady with beads around her waist who have been cursed by a Komfo Anochi with promiscuity. If you haven't heard Jennifer Lomote by Sarkodie or Kel's featuring Sarkodie, let's take a listen.
Yeah, me nyane kane wonyeni papa wombo me nkomo wote TV ho da na toto krobodi ba papa hwene da ne sisi Komfo Anochi de dwaman na bonidua ana Jennifer Lomote me nam kwaso ameba why ready there ahomachi wonya wuti didi mu na mabre ena na dripa na nya wo there.
And that's a song, Jennifer Lomote, Kel's song featuring Sarkodie. You heard a bit where he talked about the Krobos. And this has been described as discriminatory, especially as some believe it is founded on a myth about the Krobos. What do you think about this issue? Let's get to read your comments on social media. And people in high position in Ghana have stolen huge sum of money from the citizen, and you're still stealing. But the youth whose responsibility it is to speak up and demand that those corrupt officials are prosecuted for crimes they've committed seem not to care, but be bothered at all. They're rather talking about well, some people are concerned about it. That's why the youths are talking about it, Andretti. And the lyrics was too bad, or is too bad, and should not be condoned by music lovers. But I think it was not his intention to mock the Krobo ladies. The right step must be taken to bring this issue to a rest. And the Krobo youth don't understand the Ghanaian sense of humor. We all tease other ethnic groups every day, and it's a way of promoting unity in the country. We tease the Kumasi for failing to pronounce the word R, words containing R and L. Example, Kumasi Mall, brown, you say brown blood, and whatever. And Numfam says, I think it was just some harmless music line that went bad, but our musicians should be wary of the lyrics they put out there. Some just spew rubbish and yet are hailed by music lovers. And he should face it, Nwebete says, and although the rapper didn't do well, this shouldn't go far. For asking money we must seek court first, okay? And they should go to court, you were saying. Well, we'll see how that pans out, as they have intentions to sue the rapper Sarkodie. Sarkodie has seen some stories claiming that he says he's married to a Krobo, and definitely he cannot insult or use derogatory comments against the Krobos. Now, today's Thursday is a day where we throw back. Let's see the picture and let's see if you can identify who is in this picture for Throwback Thursday. So, who is this woman and what do you know about her? That's our hashtag Throwback Thursday for today's Joy News Interactive. Let's see what you've been posting beneath the photograph of the woman in on your screens. And a veteran actress, Grace Naughty, a very hard woman, a decent actress as well, says Brady. And Grace Naughty, an actress in various fields of acting, very emotional, says Rabi. And she's Grace Naughty, a category A actress by Nollywood film industry and Ghana's finest actress by all standards. And by the fireside host, Don Theo says, Grace Naughty, she is an actress, great veteran actress, Madame Grace Naughty that, and in one of her movies, she was Mami Magani, and in Grace Naughty, and she's such a veteran and a great actress. Grace Naughty, as in Mami Jata in one of her movies. She causes most troubles in movies, says Daniel. And Adam Ali says a lot, but he didn't post anything on Grace Naughty. Definitely, that's Grace Naughty. But that'll be it for Joy News Interactive today. Join us again tomorrow for the last edition for the week. My name is Miss G. I'll be back later in the evening on the Prime News with entertainment. Have a great Thursday.